What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Jock here, up $1,831 in the first hour of trading. Actually finished the day up over $1,900, so just added a little bit to that, but not much more. So let's get into the trades. So my second trade was BRN. My first trade I forgot to record. It was USEG. I made $800 on it. It was right off my scanners, my low flow scanners here, and I the next one hit my scanners. I just jumped in immediately. There was a couple things that I liked about it, and this is kind of like the split second decision making you have to see. So first off, it was the opening range breakout. So we had a low here, a high here, kind of just jumbled off, a couple 3-4 minutes of nothing, and then it broke to the upside. And that's right here is where it hit my scanners. Then quickly you look at the daily chart. This 3 months that I just have up. You could do 6 months if you want, but it's breaking over this area. And if I zoom out even further, this area is kind of key, that it gives it kind of room up into this 240, 250. If it breaks that, you can really get going. So 8 million shares outstanding. It has the potential to run, and it was in my scanner. I jump in and it does nothing. And I hold it for a very long time, and I end up getting out for a loss on it. But it was a trade that definitely had the potential to go, especially with, we already had one runner this morning. It didn't end up working. Cut it loose, move on.
Overall market still kind of tough. BRN.
Long
This
BRN 226.
Not sure. GBR.
It comes right back down. Yeah.
40, but with 2.3 million shares of volume, it may be a little bit more crowded at that level.
All right, I'm out. My BRN minus 13 there. So my next trade was USEG on the short. This time it was coming out of a halt. It halted going up. I was not in this. It halted, and a couple chat rooms were in it. And when it comes out of halt, it pops up, and it kind of hits this level on the daily chart, which I didn't see at the time. I don't actually. I might have looked at it. I might have looked at it. Got a couple. You got this resistance level right here, as well as the $2, whole dollar resistance level as well. So I was planning on shorting this around $2, but it popped up right to the high of 195, and then immediately started coming back down. When it came back down pretty hard, the chat room started exiting it. And when the chat room started exiting it, that tells me that not only the chat room's exiting it, but a lot of people are not pumping money into this, but rather taking it out. I went short when I heard that, and when I saw that, those two things combined together. Went short, got it in at 170, and I was just looking for the break of 150, the $0.50, and I covered on the other side of that for a nice win.
For an ad over $2. Okay, just watching this here. I'm gonna sell it. It looks like it's selling off. I don't know. Maybe the action has moved to CEI. They need to break right over 2. The way it hesitated.
I'm short USEG 170.
From San Diego Golf, dropping a bit.
Stop will be high today.
Uh, 33 on CEI.
Covered half, 149.
Share sellers, big sellers.
Covered the rest, 149. My next trade was DFBG, and this is a play that I don't typically do. It's just not my style. But a lot of times when a stock will pop through the VWAP, this is the VWAP right here. If you don't know what that is, just Google the term VWAP, VWAP, and you'll figure it out. But anyway, this teal line here is the VWAP, and a lot of times when a stock pops through it, it'll come back and touch it once and then bounce off it and go. So VWAP, bounce and go is, I guess we'll call the strat, right? So in this case, I bought the VWAP. I bought it around 442. I thought I was going to add. That's why you don't hear me calling out my buy right away, because I thought I was going to add for the candle over candle. I bought here and I was going to buy as soon as we went candle over candle for that next move up here on the 1 minute. It just never happened, and the L2 is kind of scaring me away. You'll see that it would pop up to 450, 455, and then drop right down to 445. And I was just like, I'll sell, take my profit, and then I'll just wait for the candle over the candle, which never came as it sold off here. This is just a stock that has been on watch because of this massive move from 50 cents to 650 yesterday. So that's why I was kind of just eyeballing it. I just happened to catch this move while I was just scanning my watch list during the day. I'm long at 442, looking for a 1 minute candle over candle.
Wow.
All right, I'm out 45. XBIO was my next trade. This one was kind of more of what I was hoping the other stock would do. It had the breakthrough VWAP and then bounce and kind of go. It didn't go the first time. Like this is I guess the breakthrough, the test of the VWAP, and then the bounce for candle over candle. But we had like a double top right here. So then this next candle set up for a second try to bounce, and it was this candle that went candle over candle, broke this area, and got it moving towards high day. And I was sitting here watching this, and volume just started to come into it. So I gave it a whirl. I knew that this XBIO, the past like 3 days, has broken over, towards 650 easily. Past 3 days, 4 of the past 5 days, it's done the exact same thing. These monster moves. So it's on the tip of everybody's tongue. And I was thinking, okay, this is going to get this move going. So I entered inside this candle, chasing a little bit as the volume's coming in, thinking 550 is going to break. And we get up to like 550, and it kind of just pegs there for a little bit. And I give it a moment, but usually if the volume's not going to come in there, it's not going to come in. So I start seeing the bid get hit, and that's when I sell for about a 10-cent win. It did end up breaking 550, but it came right back down afterwards. XBIO going towards high day. Keep that on watch.
Hotkeys are back up and running now. PED surging up one more time, trying to break 25. There's 25. But then you've got that seller. Okay, there it goes. All right, so now I'd watch it. Let's see what it does.
So my next trade is XBIO. This is, again, I was playing for the break of 550, thinking you get a pop in volume coming into it, maybe race up towards 6. Remember, past 3 days, it's easily gotten up towards $7, $6.50 even. So I had room in this move here, but I kind of got screwed on this trade. So I was watching the L2 and the ask. There was about 3,000 shares on the ask at 551, and volume started to come in, start tapping that, and I bought 2,000 shares thinking I was going to get in at 551. Ended up getting filled at 558. Guess what high day it was on the entire day? 560. I basically top ticked it. I got in right here when I was hoping to get in right here. Basically, 7 cents under that. And it would have definitely given me more room, because what happened is just kind of a false break. No one bought this, no one pushed this higher, and it just ended up selling off for the rest of the day. So it kind of got screwed on this. Wasn't happy with it. Gave back quite a bit of profit on this trade. Watch this 550 break on XBIO.
So being able to pretty much immediately.
I don't know why it's not
reestablish
hitting
breakout,
my
I
scanner.
was able to save myself losing potentially $750. I'd be down 750 if I was still holding. With 7,500 shares.
I'm long 550. Oh, 558.
If it drops to 20, I'd be down 15.
Tried to get in at 551.
Expecting it to immediately break, and so the second it was hesitating, that for me is nope. That's not what I'm looking for. I got to get out of this thing. So right now, sure, over 44 is interesting, but is it actually going to break? This is a 1 minute micro pullback. I'm just going to
Alright,
sit
I'm
on my hands.
out.
I don't trust it.
36.
I'm
Oh
not
my gosh,
interested
my
in
fill was
risking
terrible.
$750.
So a couple trades here were kind of back to back. The first one was CEI. This one was a kind of a 5-minute candle over candle play. We had a 5-minute pop, pull back, and we were having the break of the candle over candle here to the upside. So that's why I entered it in here. But immediately after I did that, and this is a prime example of why chat rooms are so important. There's no way one person can look at the entire market. In this case, a guy in the Warrior Trading chat room, just a normal subscriber, brought up CHNR. Oops, let me actually click over here. CHNR. CHNR, right? Nothing going on with it at the time, right? Nothing going on. I don't even know how much volume it had on the day. It looked like it was getting up there, right? He calls it out in the chat room. Ross, the lead guy at Warrior Trading, takes a look at it, and when he takes a look at it, I'm taking a look at it. So is about 2,000 other traders in that chat room looking at it. We all see the same thing. We all see the daily charts where it's popping up, popping up, popping up. Huge room, about to hit 250 for break. And a lot of times, if volume comes in, it's going to come in at that $half mark. When Ross says he likes it, I'm thinking the same thing. I like it too. I immediately, it's early, so I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna take 4,000 shares here since I'm in early. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna lose $400, maybe 10 cents, right? If it works great, I could get $1 out of this, make $4 grand. Pretty good risk reward. So I immediately flipped this. I think it was on limit. I think I flipped the market. I tapped the buy button twice. I buy 4,000 shares. Thing shoots up. I sell half of it at 290 to lock in profit, and that allows me to play with the rest of it. And it does halt. Out of the halt, it pops up, then comes right back down, and I actually ended up selling the second half, I think around 275. So not too thrilled about the win on the second half, and I was happy to lock in the first half at 290. I'm long at 121, taking a shot on it.
CHNR, Ishmael, let me take a look. CHNR, there it is on the scans. I'm okay with that. I'm a buyer.
I'm long
probably
CHNR.
because that's a daily break spot. Okay, there's my starter at 260. I'm long. I'm gonna try to ride this and add over $3. So CHNR, I'm adding here at 3. I'm adding because you
Sold
can
half
see
to
all that
90.
volume coming in, and the breakout spot is $3. So CHNR, let it pull back for a second, and then back over 3 is an add. Just add it again for the break of 3.
Looking for the halt, baby.
Looks like we're going to go into a halt. I'll hold 3/4 of my position through the halt.
It's open.
Just add it at 20.
All right, I'm out.
15,
Oh my
up to
gosh,
20, see what it does.
275. I did not like how it dropped like that. I'll
So right
maybe
now we've
rebuy
got
for
top of that candle
315.
being up around
Break.
whatever it is.
So this next trade on CHNR was inside this 1 minute candle here, and nothing here on the chart will show you what I was looking at for. So some of it was a VWAP bounce. I was thinking buy the VWAP and it's going to push through 3. A lot of times when these stocks come out of a halt, they'll dip down because immediately there's people selling, like I did. But if there's buyers here in this area, it'll shoot back up. And a lot of times, that if it's happening around a whole dollar, like the $3 level here, buyers will come in again for the $3 break, which then in turns, ignites the bulls. And if high day isn't close behind it, you'll find buyers buying the high day break. So there's two breaks here that if $3 broke, I think this thing would have gone up into the next level here on the daily chart. But uh, $3 was on the table when I bought in at $2.95 or something like that. $3 was within grasp, but buyers did not come in. When I saw that, I sold for about a 10-cent loss. So I gave back a little bit of profit, but definitely killed it overall on the overall trade.
But still, we'll just watch this for a second. The high there is 315.
So GBR was my next trade. This one had a couple things going for it. First, the reason why I got in was, out of the gates this morning, kind of sold off, right? Then we had this really nice pop, which signals a reversal in the trend. The current trend was down. This nice pop here signals it could reverse. And we had a pullback candle right here. And then I was playing the 5-minute candle over candle play. Pop, pullback, and then candle over candle. So as soon as this candle breaks the high of the previous pullback candle, which is right here, that's when I go long looking for a pop. And I got that. And you can see it on the 1-minute chart here. Got that pop, and it just I was holding for a 350 break. I really thought we were going to break this and break 350 and move back up. And sellers just came in hard, flushed me out, and I had to stop out. I had a nice win on the table, and I let it go.
So 17,000 shares, really only about 10 cents per share of profit.
Now I'm long
Mastercard
GBR
in
329.
says,
12 cents.
as previously disclosed, company and parties to U.S. merchant class litigation have been in active mediation. That's Michael
Puts me
Alpha.
up
325 breaks,
on
they'll
the
get
day.
out.
Green is good, but yeah, it's a tough. A little bit of a tough.
330 has to
Says,
break.
expects to increase reserve in Q2, estimated $210 million for merchant class litigation and filed anticipated opt-out merchant cases. As a result of advances in negotiations with parties to U.S. merchant class litigation, company expects to increase its reserves during 2018, Q2 of 2018. That's Michael Alpha.
There we go. High day's 360. I'm out. Didn't like that flush. So this next trade is ASNS. This one was not a stock I typically would trade. This is gapping down pretty hard. They had some sort of bad news. I think they canceled one of their phase 2 trials on a drug, whatever. And it had just been creeping up all day. You can see that on the 5-minute chart here. And a couple chat rooms started watching it, and I'm like, you know what? This thing has been pretty resilient. It's just grinding up. It's about to break high day. I go long. For a high day break is all it was. After this kind of a little bit of a pullback, 650 break, I go long. And I was up on the day, so I was willing to risk, some money since I had a cushion. As soon as I go long, another chat room goes long, Warrior Trading goes long, a bunch of other people no doubt go long, and the thing halts on 13,000 shares of volume. So I'm in this, and I'm like, I couldn't believe it halted. When it comes out of the halt, it kind of starts at $7, and trying to hit the sell button. Like, I'm up quite a bit on it, and the order just hangs there, and I'm like, what is that all about? So it hangs. I'm trying frantically to sell. You won't be able to see kind of the things I'm having to click through, just the way the video edits. But I'm trying to sell. 10 seconds later, after I hit the sell button, the order finally goes through. Made a little profit on it, but it was definitely a weird stock for sure.
Consideration payable under chain principal offer. Chain principal offer would be required to be made for
High is
10
75.
pounds 75.
I'm along this
I
AS
just worry about
NS
upside
NS
guidance on these,
660.
but maybe over 75, small size
X-ray alpha.
for a test of 7. I've got a starter at 75 on ASNS. I've filled 209 shares. I'm not sure, is it going to go into a halt? Wow.
Did that just halt?
It's not going to see it hold up. So maybe I'll just hold the 209, let it dip down, chop out for that first minute, and if it holds up, then I can go in for another trade. Looks like a 10-minute halt. Nope, there it goes. So $7 on the ask.
Trying to sell.
So I want to see it break over 7.
I'm trying to sell.
Sold my 200 at 90 for a $31 profit.
Okay, out. Wow.
That's just kind of not doing much.
684. That was like a 10-second
Now
order
it
there.
curls and comes back
Don't
up
like
to
that.
Opening at
And that's how I pretty much ended the morning, up $1,831. I made a couple more trades. There were really nothing to write home about. So I'll just end the video here. If you have any questions on my trading style, you're more than welcome to join my free chat room. Link is in the description of this video. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.